So, Toastmaster, are you still excited and want more to learn? Don't go. We have one last session. So our last session or segment for today's event will be spearheaded by a Toastmaster who has been there on this journey since October 2006. And since he has been on stage either as a speaker or behind the stage as an organizer, he has achieved the 3rd place within the international speech category at district level. He has taken up lots of leadership roles at the club, area, division, and district levels. He conducted youth leadership program and trained speech contestants in the past. Currently, he is the training coordinator in the program equality director team for District 20. On a professional level, he is a supply chain management since the last 32 years. And today, his role is going to moderate an exciting segment about a panel discussion about what we discuss today. So please let us all join our hand and welcome our panel moderator, distinguished Toastmaster, Rufus Pinto. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Master of Ceremonies, for such a wonderful introduction. It's nice seeing you after a long time. How are you, Madam? Great, my pleasure. There's a saying, if you fail to prepare, you're preparing to fail. How many of you agree? Yes, it is true. We cannot organize anything, be in professional life or personal life. If we want to achieve any goal, we have to prepare well. Honorable District Trio, the handsome District 20 Director, distinguished Toastmaster, none other than Khalid Abdullah, the beautiful lady of District 20, distinguished Toastmaster, Mona Alokab, the Program Quality Director. Another handsome gentleman, Club Growth Director, distinguished Toastmaster Yasir Al-Ghassan. District officials, division directors, area directors, fellow Toastmasters, and most honorable guests. A very, very pleasant good morning to you all. Each and every functionary, a contest functionary, be it contest master, Toastmaster, timer, telecounter, each one is of utmost importance in organizing and running a contest, right? But there will be problems. There will be disruptions. There will be hurdles. Always. If there are none, means we are covering it all. This panel discussion and today's workshop is for what? It is for us to get over these hurdles, get over the disruptions, and complete the race gracefully. And that is the ultimate goal. And that's what our panelists will strive for today. So be ready, prepare well, and get over any contest hurdles gracefully, Toastmasters. For that, we have a wonderful team of panelists. Not one, not two, not three, but four. The first panelist is the rock of Toastmasters in Bahrain, distinguished Toastmaster Mohammed Rizvi. He has been sailing through the Toastmaster journey since how many years? Any guesses? 26 years. He is experienced as a club officer, as an area director, as a district secretary, Currently, he has not given up any district or division role or club role. He is secretary of 4 clubs and vice president membership of 1. And also, he holds a topmost position. That is he is the chairman of 𝗣𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚𝗅𝗣𝗅𝗍𝒂 Club Council. He believes that this workshop to be successful or a contest to be successful, it depends on pre-contest preparation of role players, chief judges, judges, and 200% commitment from all. The second panelist, he is from Kuwait, distinguished Toastmaster Hazem Ibrahim. He is a member since 2015, a leader who has held various positions such as head of registration committee in D-TEC 2018, District 20 election chair for 2019 and 2020. He is a certified trainer by profession, a project manager, a senior business analyst, and an IT consultant. He believes that the contest is a project with its own resources, budget, plan, and we have to monitor the risk. The third panelist is Toastmaster Mohammed Shiraz. He is also from Kuwait. He is member of 2 clubs, the Desert Pioneers and Dream Weavers. Professionally, he is a money man working for an investment company. If you need advice, he will give. If you need money, I don't know. He believes that a contest is a great opportunity to check our abilities and promote ourselves. You just heard him half an hour ago, and he's got great experience. The final panelist, only one lady in the panel, and that too a beautiful one. She is a Toastmaster since not 15. She's a baby in Toastmasters with just 1.5 year experience. Still, she is assistant PQD Division C. She is by profession a translator and interpreter. So if you need any translation or interpretation, please feel free to contact her. And she collects stationery, I don't know, from office, like every one of us. But she believes in planning ahead. She is proactive and believes in having fun. You just heard a couple of minutes ago. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my team today. Please give a big round of applause to this wonderful team. Now, are you ready? This panel discussion is divided into 4 phases. The first phase is planning and implementation. That is the key for any panel. To know how to plan and train, we have a seasoned Toastmaster. That's distinguished Toastmaster 𝗣𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗣𝗔𝗡𝗏. The first question goes to you. Just imagine you are the contest chair or the event chair. What are the key concepts for planning and training? Like the core team, the subcommittees, and the requirement. Distinguished Toastmaster 𝗣𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗣𝗡. You have 3 minutes to answer it.
Thank you so much, Moderator, distinguished Toastmaster Rufus Pinto. Respected and recognized district trio, district director program, quality district director, club growth, division C director, and most distinguished Toastmasters who are here. Let me put it this way: for a contest to be very successful, we have to have the 8 P's in place as a contest chair or event chair. Having said that, starting to prepare for the contest well ahead is a key role that event chair or contest chair must play, beginning the preparation. So the 8 P's for a person who is going to be an event chair or contest chair is the first P is for planning, the second P is for preparation, and the third P is a place, fourth P is publicity, fifth P is practice, and sixth P is people. We need people. Seventh P is participants, and 8 P is performance. To make sure all these things as an event chair or a contest chair, that you must be ready to implement each and every activity under this piece, what I spoke about. When you say planning is very important, like the distinguished Toastmaster Shakil said at the beginning, including the budget and the place. It depends on the volume as well as the size of the contest, what you are going to conduct as an event chair, what you are going to plan, how the budget will have to work out, etc. And that is another key point that we need to do. With this planning, you will be covering all the other 7 P's very well if you are ready with your planning properly. So what I would say is these 8 P's are the master, I think the master agenda items for a contest chair. To start with planning, preparing, looking for praise, publicity, participants, people, practice, and performance. So if you can cover all these as an event chair, a contest going to be very well organized. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Rufus Pinto, the moderator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Ahmed. A quick question. Most of them are confused with the contest chair and contest Toastmaster. Can you just clarify?
In my opinion and in my decision, according to the English, what I read in the rule book is that contest chair is a person who will be responsible for the entire organization of the contest. Like we have a club meeting, that there is an MC, and for each and every segment there's a Toastmaster. General evaluator is a Toastmaster, table topic master is a Toastmaster, and any other Toastmasters who are doing roles also Toastmasters. Like that, in the contest chair has to have a contest master who will be conducting the contest only. But the responsibilities in the event checklist of the rule book for the contest chair, it enlightens a list of responsibilities which doesn't fall under the contest master. Contest master is for the day of the contest to conduct one contest. And the rule book is also written for each contest, actually. So it doesn't mean that multiple contests have conducted by us, 2 contests, 3 contests. It doesn't matter. For each contest, there's a contest master. That is my explanation for that.
Thank you. Excellent. Well done for clearing and clarifying the doubt. Now, a second panelist. He is not on screen, but maybe
I'm here, DTM Rufus.
Yes, thank you. The rule book. Most people or Toastmasters, they don't read. So we need your advice and expertise. Even I don't read, but they say leaders are readers or readers are leaders. I don't know about me, but at least clarify the rule book for me. What's new in the rule book and what we should be aware of as a contest functionary or a contestant? Toastmaster Hazem, distinguished Toastmaster Hazem.
Thank you so much, DTM Rufus, for referring for the rule book. Actually, this year, rule book has much more changes than last year. This year we have 28 changes compared to the 22 changes last year, and most of them are in the speech timing, speech policy, and contest share checklist. But the most important changes that you may think about is first in the eligibility. And the last in this rule book, it's only based on the pathways. Now they don't mention that you should complete 6 speeches in the old manuals. Now it all depends on the pathways. So every contestant who is participating in the contest, he should complete 2 levels of the pathways. Moreover, in the general procedures, Chief Judge will notify the contest chairs when all ballots have been collected, and the contest will not be resumed until this has been announced. So the contest chair will not be able to resume the contest until the Chief Judge notifies him that all ballots has been collected. And in the timing, for those great timers like our dear Toastmaster Danish, don't rely on the part of seconds, because now you cannot disqualify a contestant until he is like 31 seconds. For example, in the international speech, if he is like 7 minutes, 3 seconds and half, you cannot disqualify him. You have to wait until he is 31 seconds. So for those people who think about part of seconds, don't think of this. The last most important thing is in the disqualification. Previously, disqualification was based only on originality. Now it's been stated officially that it's based on originality and for referencing another contest. So from the 28 changes in this year, these are the thank you, and back to you, DTM Rufus. DTM 𝗣𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘𝗥, no, speech regarding the table topics, there is nothing changed since last year.
Thank you, DTM Hazem, for wonderfully explaining the rule book changes this year. Now, let's proceed to panel moderator number 3. That is none other than Mohammed Shiraz, who has explained everything about a contest earlier. Now, before a contest, the preparation is the key, but most of us take it very lightly. So let's hear from Toastmaster Mohammed Shiraz what tech tips are important. The basic or important tips for a role player like contest chair, contest master, timer, ballot counter. Can you please explain, Toastmaster Mohammed Shiraz?
Thank you very much, Toastmaster DTM Rufus. Good evening, good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. Tips and tricks. If we ask them, each and everyone will tell their own tips. There are many are there, but focus on important things and do it. Very important. DTM Ahmed Rizvi just now explained about planning. Planning in our workplace, we say that 70% of planning will make that 30% of execution. Our total timing, 70% we divide into planning and 30% into execution. Like for example, our contest is only 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, or 5 hours. But our planning has to be multiply your percentage according to 70% of your timing should spend on planning the event. So each and every role player, timer, even though it's a timer, maybe he will show only the time, but the timer the contest master, even moderator, everyone, they have to have the planning in advance. I remember what happened to today's event. 1 week before, DT Mona asked me, Shiraz, are you ready for everything? I said, I'm ready. Please send me the slides and the content. And I sent the content. I took around 15-20 minutes, right, DT Mona? I sent the contents. After that, that is 1 week before. After that, past 5 days, I got sick. Imagine that if it happened that, okay, there's 5 days are there, I will prepare the slides at last moment. Definitely, I will be suffering. So my slides were totally prepared. So there were modifications after that DTM Mona and DTM Siham informed. So those modifications we did, but life was so easy. So prepare it in ahead and spend more time in your preparation. Like all the contest role play players, note it down your whole script, what you have to tell, what you have to do, everything, note it down. Because if you put it in paper, then there is more ideas will come to your mind. Rather than, okay, you are an expert, so I will go at that same time and I will do it. It's so easy. Don't like that. Each and every contest, each and every event, plan it prior, put it on note and do it. It will be easy. Our Toastmaster Nuha said that proactive. Proactive is very important point. Junior member you can be a junior member, or you can wait till your event chair comes and talks to you. Before that, you go and ask them, what is my role, what I should do, what are the mistakes I can improve on that. So those you go in prior and ask them. So that's my points. Over to you, TTM Rufus.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammed Shiraz, for explaining the pre-contest preparations, technical preparation. Now, let's go to our fourth panelist. That is none other than Toastmaster Nuha Madani, a baby in Toastmasters, but volumes of information. Now, I know the importance of dry run and briefings, but everyone would like to hear from you your advice on why a dry run or briefing is important before a contest, and the contestant or the contest functionary should not miss this. Toastmaster Nuha.
Thank you, DTM Rufus. Good evening, good morning again, everyone, leaders. Well, first of all, I want to thank DTM Rufus for squeezing me in with all the DTMs in this panel discussion. I don't feel threatened at all. Now, when it comes to briefing and dry run, why it is important? Well, it's really important because some of the contestants, it's their first time, so they need to be familiar with the contest atmosphere, the procedures. They need to be familiar with the rules, even if they're not new to contesting. As been said before, the rule book, every year we have updates on the rule books, so they need to be aware of the rule books. And also one important thing is that we need to train our people. So not every time we have an experienced Toastmaster takes a role. We encourage Toastmasters, new Toastmasters, to take roles and take the experience and improve themselves. And personally, from my experience, this is one of the things that because of that, in 1.5 years, I'm in this place, I would say. I've been a contest chair, I've been a timer, I've been a ballot counter, I've been a judge. I did all the roles. And what helped me was the briefing and was the dry run. Because of the briefing, because of the dry run, I knew how to handle things. And this is important, especially for the contest chair. If you have someone new, the dry run will help them know when to act and how to use, like the timer, how to use the timing cards, and the IT moderator, how to handle the Zoom setting. And let's say that we have an IT moderator who's his first time, he does the IT moderator job And let's say he sends a contestant out of the breakout room during another contestant's speech or during table topic. When the table topic is read, the whole contest has to stop and be commenced at another date. So it's really important that everyone understand the rules, that we test and try everything before the contest day. Of course, things happen, but if you train, if you practice, if you make sure that your people have all the information and they have access to you whenever they need support, you give them support. Sometimes even after the dry run, you need to set up with each role player and explain to them and check with them if they know their role and they know how to handle it. So it's really essential. The dry run and the briefing is really essential. And as Toastmaster Shiraz said, 70% for your preparation and 30% of the execution. And the dry run and the briefing is part of the preparation. Back to you, DTM Rufus.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nuha. Wonderful explanation. Just to add on, if a contest functionary or a contestant does not attend the dry run or briefing, what happens? During the contest or the contest day, they are very jittery. They cannot focus on what they are doing as a contestant or as a functionary. So it is of utmost importance. Thank you, Toastmaster Nuha. So let's give a big round of applause to all our 4 panelists for wonderfully going through the phase 1. Just 2 quick questions to any of the 4 panelists. First is a further clarification. In 1 minute only, please clarify contest Toastmaster and contest Toastmaster. Contest Toastmaster and contest master are one and the same, right? However, contest rule book states contest Toastmaster. Can you clarify?
DTM Rufus, actually in the rule book there is no mention for the contest master. Previously they used to say contest chair and contest masters, and it was written that the Toastmaster is a synonym for the contest chair. Now contest Toastmasters, he might have some duties from the contest chair, but it's only a contest chair. So it's contest chair or contest Toastmasters, and contest masters was not mentioned in the rule book.
Thank you. I think that explains. My audience member has raised his hand. I can take only 1 question during this time, and all the questions during the question and answer phase. Distinguished Toastmaster Roshan Lewis.
Panel moderator, it's not a question, it's a feedback. Maybe I'll give later, no problem.
Okay,
question.
Thank you.
If you want me to add any point, I will add. That's why I raised my hand. It's okay. I'll add it later.
Okay, thank you. Another second question to the panel moderators. It's a cross question. Now, if the audio or video is not on, can the contestant participate? I mean, anyone? If the audio or video is not on,
Yes,
if you're not ready,
DTM.
I can. Yes.
Yes, DTM Rufus. The audio and video is the sole responsibility of the contestant. So if he cannot be on video, if he cannot be on microphone, I don't believe he can contest.
Okay. If audio is not on, he cannot. He or she cannot. But what if the video is not on?
Video also.
Also. Thank you. Now let's proceed to the second phase. Now it is a contest scenario. Fellow Toastmasters, are you ready? Okay, let's do it in a way which distinguished Toastmaster Roshan said earlier. He said, we want hope from the panelists. So I separated into 4 categories. Hope means H for hurdles, which are always there. O for opportunities, plenty of it. Preferences or priority, P. And E for excellence. So accordingly, I will ask each panelist. The first question goes to panelist 3, Toastmaster Mohammed Shiraz. Well, let's start with hurdles. What to expect? What hurdles do you expect during any question, any contest? And the solution, how to overcome. Toastmaster Mohammed Shiraz.
Yes, thank you very much, DTM Rufus. Now, hurdles. What are the hurdles? The online contests, we all know that the top hurdle is our online technology. Here we face a lot of problems, so make sure that this stays in good condition. Regarding our contest, what we expect from the contest, a smooth contest. It should not be disturbing for our contestants. Our main priority, our aim is the contestants, and they should have their contest smoothly. So to do this, keep it in mind, and we have to act on it. How to overcome this issue or to make it success is make our duties segregated. Don't take 2-3 roles at one person and make it more difficult. If in emergency case, then it's a different story. Always plan it, keep backup that each and every role has to be done by a separate person. Like timer and moderator cannot be done by one person. So separate it and do it separately so that the show will run smoothly. Over to you.
One person, one role. That is the key word, right? Excellent depends on that, because we tend to do multitasking. So delegation is the key for every leader. Wonderful explanation. H for hurdles, and we can overcome them. Now O we see as obstacles. But it's not obstacle, it is opportunities. If we see as opportunities, there are plenty. Now, let me call on the youngest Toastmaster in the panel. How can functionaries make most of the given opportunities? Toastmaster Nuha.
Thank you, DTM. As I said, be early, be professional, and be proactive. Be early means prepare everything that you need before the meeting. You cannot come on the contest day and look for the time cards. You cannot come on the contest day and say, I don't have the tally sheet, or I don't know how to create a breakout room. You need to be early, prepared. Second, you need to be professional, dressed in a professional manner, present yourself in a professional manner, and be proactive. If there's any doubts, directly go to the contest chair and ask them. If you need help and you need support, and this is something what I used to do is that I want to do something, I want it perfect, so I go and do my search and do everything. When I can do the easy thing was ask the expert and get their information and get their knowledge, so it will help me. And what I learned is that you don't have to do things alone, but you have to initiate it. This is the key feature of a leader. He has to initiate the thing. He can have people that will help him, that will support him, that will guide him, that will teach him, that will share their knowledge, but he needs to be proactive and initiate the action. And most of the leaders, what we see is that they create followers. They want things to be done in a professional way, so they do things by themselves. And when they do that, they overlap things on them, and things eventually end up into a chaos. If you don't want that, if you want things to be perfect, you need to organize them, and you need to seek support, or you need to initiate the action. So that's my comment.
That's true. There are a lot of opportunities, but we fail to grab them. That's the key message. Every obstacle should be seen as opportunity. Now we got to know what is O. Now let's see what is P, the preferences or the priorities. This, let us ask the expert or the most experienced person in the panel. Distinguished Toastmaster 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗣𝗥, what matters most? Pre-contest, during a contest, and you can say after a contest. How do we prioritize? Can you put it in a contest sequence? Distinguished Toastmaster 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗣𝗥, floor is yours.
Thank you, Moderator, distinguished Toastmaster Rufus, Pinto, district leaders and fellow Toastmasters once again. As I said at the beginning, the 8 P's are very important. If you prioritize the 8 P's, it is the first 5 P's are the planning, preparation, praise, publicity, and participants. These are the very important prioritized. Planning is very important very early. That has to be prioritized by anyone who is taking up the leader role as a contest chair or chief judge. Everyone for the contest has to be planning very well in advance. If you delay any preparation planning not in advance, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's the saying goes. So the preparation is next to planning. How you have planned, prepare for all the contest requirements of the place, of the participants, role players, and chief judge, etc. Give priority to identify, then give the roles that they are supposed to play. That is another priority, the second priority. Once you have done that, you have to prioritize the place where you are going to have and how you are going to conduct and what type of contest. Or if it is physical, the venue to be looked at and Zoom, rest of the things has to be looked at, how best we could have a Zoom contest or the online contest. Publicity is very important for both contests, the next priority. And then the participants becomes the thing. For during the contest, it is exactly after practice, then you have the performance. After the contest, I would just like to say for the contest masters and the chief judge, as well as the sergeant at arms, as the panelist described sergeant at arms as a role of cleaning the place and everything, and the contest master has a role to inform exactly what the results were and make sure the chief judge gives the ranking of all the contestants as well. That's very important to get to the contest masters to make sure that get it and inform the results to the next level of the contest. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Rufus Pinto.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗣𝗥. I'm not going to leave you so easily. There are some more important aspects also. One is if a team member, key team member is missing during a contest, or a contestant is missing during a contest, what do we do?
A team member is missing, as Toastmaster Shiraz, this is Toastmaster Shiraz explained, backups are very important. That is, while planning and preparing, you must look at the backups for any player, role players, what you have. That is most important thing in my experience also I have seen. If you do not have, you really fail in what you have planned. That is very, very for sure. But if a contestant is missing, you always have an opportunity to have a contestant before briefing. If you are having another contestant recommended or second place winner to be replaced, yes. Otherwise, if you do not have the contestant is missing, that he has he is completely out from the contest.
Thank you. Make sure that there is a backup in your team who will do and take action. Second, contestant, the second one should be informed prior to be ready in all eventualities, because this is the occasion no one should miss. True? And finally, One more P. Someone put in the chat box. The party, which we miss. Should we be having party after all your P's?
As long as online meetings are there, there is no party.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Finally, the panelist number 2, distinguished Toastmaster Azam. We, as Toastmaster, prefer excellence, whether we achieve it or not, but excellence is the key, right? So tell us the areas where a contest functionary can excel. There are so many. Let us know.
Thank you so much, DTM Rufus. Actually, excellence, as you said, is all around the contest. But the one thing that you need to excel and which will lead for the whole contest to be excellence is planning. As Toastmaster Nuha Madani said, planning in preparation, planning in having backups for all, not all, for most of the important roles in the, or participants in the contests, planning for having a good announcements or having media for the contest, like announcing and make sure that everyone knows about your contest date, who are the contestants, what are the functions maybe you have. Planning now in having a venue for the contest, because now we might have a physical or hybrid contests. So having a good place, planning for having sponsors for your contests. So planning is the core thing that if you excelled in, it will affect the whole contest. So all what you need to do is to have a core team, a very good core team with you that will help you in planning in all aspects for your contests. Once you have that, you need to be prepared. Once you are well prepared, believe me, you will have a great contest. Thank you, and back to you.
So true. If you plan, you can excel in every aspect. That means you will have a core team, you will have a backup team, you will have the team which will function at any given event, and all eventualities will be taken care of. Correct? Distinguished Toastmaster Azam?
100%.
That's true. Now, you have seen the contest scenario. What, why, how things happen. Things can go wrong. And the best option, which is there with you as a contest chair or a contest functionary. Now, the audience has plenty of questions. So the fourth phase covers the audience question. I saw a question in the chat. Most important P is pray. That everyone does, whether it is a contestant or a contest functionary. They will not show, but they will definitely pray. So I request the IT moderator to unmute the audience who would like to ask questions. The first one, I would like event chair to help me out.
Yes, yes, DTM.
Yeah.
Yes, we have Toastmaster Dinesh.
Okay. Toastmaster Dinesh, the evergreen hero. Shoot.
Thank you very much, panel moderator, DTM Rufus Pinto. My apology to switch on the camera today. It is not the question, it is the query, and I think we have enough fortunate to have the moderator, as usual, Toastmaster Mohammed Shiraz. And he is the experienced by that which I am going to ask the query. It is for the online contest. How you will prevent the entering the Zoom bomber? I believe you experienced in a last any event, one bomber entered, but you took the action very quickly. I realized many of the audience may not notice that bomber. So what is, if you have any tip you or any other IT expert in this meeting, how we can identify and refrain to entering that bomber in the online meeting?
May I answer this question?
Yeah, it is especially, I think you are the IT specialist. Please.
There are many experts. I learned from these experts. So first is, when you see the screen on the left side top corner, you will see a green color tick mark. If they are Zoom bombers, this will become yellow and become red. Yellow means there's something suspicious. Red means then sure there are issues. So you have to be very cautious. As moderators, what we do is we don't go change our screen to speaker view. We always keep in gallery view. So keep it in gallery view and see this green color tick icon on the left side corner if whether it changes to yellow or not. And number 3 is always in our contest we disable the profile pictures. So these profile pictures, if there's profile pictures, then there can be an issue. So disable profile pictures. And waiting room, enable waiting. So when this Zoom bombers, they know that if waiting room is there, they will not enter usually. And because when people come, we see the name and we accept it. So enable waiting rooms. These are the factors what we have to see, because as I earlier said that we have to have separate responsibilities. The moderator should do only the moderator job, so will be focused on what they have to, what the people are doing. I mean, the audience, if they are unmuting all this, they can see it properly. Hope it answered your question.
It's okay, but I think it is not.
I know that you are also an expert.
Preventive.
Please.
No, I'm not asking as a question. Really, I also don't know, because I'm not IT person. As DTM Roshan, last time in his event he did, but that is not possible in the contest to check the by audio EBRI attendees. So just I had the query, if any expert of the IT have any idea how to prevent them, how to identify, because they will enter as a normal Toastmaster, suppose any of the friend, and what is doing, disabling the profile picture is not work, because you will be allowed to open the video to the audience. If it is video is restricted, then I think he cannot do. As last time Bumper he did, he opened some video on his own video window.
Yes, last time what happened, there was we did not restrict anything. It was open, only few members were there, so it was open. So that was one of the drawback what happened from us. And
that
also,
you give
another important thing is registrations. Like today's event, the registrations happened. So registration, if there are registrations, definitely the link will not go outside. So registrations, keep your registrations always to avoid these bombers. DTM Roshan, you want to add something? Add anything?
Yeah, yes, one of the thing is we cannot avoid Zoom bombing because our links are, majority links are in open platform. As you rightly said, if we make an email registration link, will go to only registered people, then that is the one thing we can avoid. Second thing is, it is very important to enable your waiting room. That's very important. Apart from this, right now, as a technically, we don't have any control on the Zoom bombing. These are the two things. And third thing, if you find out immediately, throw them out. Once you throw them out, they cannot join back the room. That is one advantage in Zoom. That meeting, if you kick somebody out, they cannot join. So that is the second. If you find out somebody, just throw them out and lock the room. That's very important. And also, as a moderator rightly said, put this, I do that, where all doubtful names, I'll send them a message, please change your name. If they don't change, I'll put them on my side list, name list. The moment they switch on audio or video, I'll observe and I'll throw them out. That's what we do. That is only the best thing right now we have. Otherwise, there is nothing, other things we have. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you very much. Over to you, DTM Rufus.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. Hope it is resolved. Any further clarification, you can
Sure,
contact.
thank you very much. Thank you
can
very much
contact
to you,
Mohammed
and thank you
Shiraz.
very much to Mohammed Shiraz.
Thank you. Event check, can we take 2 more questions?
Yes.
have-
I saw a question in the chat by DTM 𝗣𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗅, which was
Yes.
to all the panel members. What should be the KPIs for a successful contest according to each of the panelists?
KPIs in short, can anyone state?
I would request DTM 𝗣𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘𝗥 to be asking this question in person better.
Okay, DTM Khalid, are you there? If he is not there, then we cannot.
Yes, very much, Mr. Moderator.
Okay, thank you. Okay, great. Shoot.
So if you want me to ask the question myself, the question is like this. Whenever we have a contest, people ask how successful it was. And we start comparing, saying something from our own perspective. So what is the, from the experience of from all the panelists, senior panelists, how do you rate a successful contest? When you come to the end of the piece, final P, when before the party, if you want to make sure we call it a successful contest, then how we should rate our contest? It can be quality, it can be number of people who attended, it can be how it was managed, the quality of the speeches or the contest which was delivered. So what can be good KPIs which we can adopt?
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Jalal. The answer is vast, and only one person can make it concise and tell us. Distinguished Toastmaster Ahmed Rizvi, would you like to take the question? You have organized several questions.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Rufus Pinto and distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Jalal. As any project we have taken, whether it is a contest or whatever the project what we are trying to do, there are key success factors or key success areas as per the DTM project we do, the HPL project. According to that, there are key success factors or key success areas even in a contest or any other activity what we do. That is the program, the participants, and the practice and performance, then finally the success, it comes. So the program, the participants, practice, and performance are the key success areas in anything what we do. So we select the right people to do the right way the things are supposed to be done, and then you make them practice to do what they are supposed to do, including the contestants, to come to the quality. Check the, make sure even if they come to area, make sure that they have practice briefings, rehearsals, and Zoom means Zoom practice, etc. And make sure the performance is to the highest level in each and every person what you have elected to do in a contest or whatever the project is. Then the performance comes automatically in a proper manner. So these 5 success areas should be the key performance index for any project what we are trying to do. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster.
Thank you. Hope that answers the question, distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Jalal. That your thumbs up says it all. Thank you. Your smile would have been better. Okay. Event chair, any more questions?
We had distinguished Toastmaster Roshan raise his hand.
Okay, let's take a final question in short.
Thank you. It's not a question, it's a feedback. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Mohammed Shiraz, Toastmaster Nuha Madani, and wonderful panelists. We enjoyed the session. My feedback is Toastmaster Mohammed Shiraz talked about date and time in his preparation. Normally, district PQD works in reverse order. She has already given the date and time for area and vision. So my feedback is, for 24% were not conducted as per the poll in the contest in the initial poll. For them, if they're vice presidents or educated VPs, kindly connect with your area directors and conduct your contest before this time schedule, before area contest. So it will be easy. That's what I wanted to share. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you to all the audience members who asked questions. Yes, questions feed us, feed our soul, they can say. That's where we grow. Let's all give a big round of applause to all the 4 panelists shining here in our who took the time and shared their vast volume of knowledge with us. I hope you all enjoyed. We did not cover the judging aspect, chief judge and judges, because we will have workshop number 2 scheduled in October. So no worries, you still have time to prepare for that. With this, I hand over controls back to a beautiful Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, DTM, Rufus, and all the panelists.